back, viewers. Whoever joined in, a very, very happy Eid to everyone around the globe, and the people who are watching here in Pakistan, or those people who are celebrating their Choti Eid, Eid-ul-Fitr, or Eid-ul-Fitr anywhere today in any part of the world. I am Jawad Tehami, and I'm joined by my co-host
Mariam. And a very happy Eid Mubarak to all the viewers who are joining us now. And we have a very wonderful panel of guests, and would you like to...
Indeed, we are joined by some very special guests in this particular segment of this particular special show at PTV World. We are honored to have been joined, and we're really privileged to have been joined today by Mr. Aniq Zafar. He is Chief Executive Officer, Communications Research Strategies. Mr. Aniq Zafar, thank you very much for being with us on this very auspicious occasion of Eid. A very, very happy Eid to you also.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you for having us here.
It's a wonderful honor. It's really a pleasure to have you on board.
And we are also joined by Ms. Syed, who is an entrepreneur, and a very warm welcome to PTV World, and a very happy Eid Mubarak to you.
Thank you so much. Same to you and our viewers. It's my pleasure to be here with you all.
And of course, we are joined by Mirza Sheece Temuri, who is a singer as well. Welcome to the program, and a very happy Eid Mubarak to you as well, Sheece.
Eid Mubarak to you too as well.
So how's your Eid going so far?
It's going good. You know, Eid ढूंढ रहा हूँ किसी से मिल जाए. And yeah.
Why haven't you got it so far?
Yeah,
yes?
Why haven't you got it so far? Why are you still in search of it?
You know, uncles, they say you're too old now.
Okay.
Say you have to give it now.
Okay.
Of course.
That's the dilemma with the grown-ups, you know, when we become adults and we start, you know, earning by ourselves. So majority of the elders say that you're just grown up, so your rights of getting Eid are over by this age now. So I hope that you get...
So how do you feel the transition from taking the Eid to giving the Eid now?
Well, I think at first it was a bit heartbreaking to realize that you're so old. But I think when you give someone Eid and then they smile, like, well, I didn't expect it from you. You
So it's worth it. The smile
it feels
is
worth it. But yes, Eid Mubarak to everyone and to you guys as well. And
We'll definitely come back to you to hear a wonderful song from you.
Perfect.
Okay, so Mr. Aniq Zafar, how's your day been so far? What was the most special moment of this particular Eid day?
I think as all Eids go, first thing in the morning is going for Eid prayers, and after that eating immediately after that, and breaking the routine of not eating at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. So this is obviously sort of the first few things you do, and then of course meeting with your parents, meeting your kids. If there are elders or other relatives who are outside your city, you call them, greetings, and perhaps reminiscing about the past Eids when you were together. So these are routine things which everyone should be doing.
That very strange feeling after, you know, going through that entire month of getting up early, very in the morning to do that very seri, and all of a sudden you are celebrating that very Eid day, and naturally you don't have to get up so early in the morning to do that seri. So that readjustment, does it bring a little bit of sense of strangeness at that very day?
Yeah, of course, the first day obviously you feel that. I think on the first day perhaps you do not feel that as much as you feel it on the second day, because on the first day you have that euphoria of Eid, you are happy, you are also happy that you have completed the month of Ramadan, and if you have completed all the fasts, then you are also thankful to the God that you have been able to fully commit to this month. So on the first day perhaps you do not feel that. On the second and third day it's the feeling is more, yeah.
Okay, Ms. Sara, how do you celebrate usually your Eid, especially when we talk about the Choti Eid, the Eid-ul-Fitr, Eid-ul-Fitr? Traditional food, by starting this particular day with traditional food, sweets?
And do you cook as well on the first day of Eid?
No, not on the first day. Of course, we pre-plan, but as it is with this Eid, you know, there's a lot of anticipation and excitement beforehand. It's building up with, mashallah, 29 to 30 days of coming close to it. In the last couple of days, when you are kind of thinking and rethinking, is it going to be on the 30th or 29th, after the 29th? So there's definitely a lot of anticipation, excitement, and as it is traditionally with us, all the family members are involved, all age groups are involved, and especially the elderly and the children. So definitely.
So how does it feel? What sort of a feeling a person usually have? And I personally feel
I think you feel
when
very
you
blessed.
are in with the uncertainty whether it's going to be 29 rosas or
Well,
it's going
by,
to be 30.
by now, I believe even the children are pretty much prepared for surprises. But that's one aspect of it. But as I was telling you that you do prepare beforehand for it, so I don't think there's any hitch regarding that. However, it's such an occasion that the entire family, especially the children, are looking forward to it, and you have
Of
to
course, and children
put in
are
an
looking
extra
forward
mile
to
for them.
Eid,
Exactly,
especially.
Eid, the clothes, and then sharing the happy moment, and it's a feeling of blessing because you're concluding a lot at the end of it, and then you're looking forward to a lot more.
Of course. So what's the best Eid you have gotten so far? And do you remember it? How do you think that our Eid nowadays is different from our childhood Eids?
We're reliving it through our children in the first
course.
place at our age. And then if you want me to recall an exact moment, so probably when my own parents and extended parents, my father-in-law and mother-in-law, the first Eid I spent with them. So that was quite wholesome, but that was like good few decades back. But I can still recall the joy of extension of family as it is. And these are the values that we are passing on to our children. That's not about our unit only. It's about extended family, cousins, uncles and aunts, especially the elderly, because they have lived through a lot more, seen a lot more, and at any stage of life we can look up to them to learn more from them.
Right, Sheece, let's bring Sheece in now. Let's go for some music.
Oh.
Would you love to play some song for us?
Yes, I'll play one on the guitar.
Okay.
All right.
So you are going to play both of these instruments by yourselves, one with one hand and the other one
No,
with the
no,
other?
I'll save this one for later.
Okay.
I'll start with. It's a very old song that my dad used to listen to. It's called Ain't No Sunshine.
Please go ahead.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Anytime.
Next time you are going to play a song that is befitting of an auspicious and a happy occasion.
I'm just going to say that.
Probably he's having his Eid without someone.
On Eid day, talking about separation is like
I haven't heard this song before. There's so much contradiction with the notes. I mean, it is very upbeat. The guitar is very upbeat.
But you see, the spirit is there. The spirit is there because at times you need to spend Eid without your loved ones. You're away from your loved ones, or your loved ones are away.
Of course.
I thought it was about the weather. So.
about the weather, or or you're missing Ramzan that is gone.
I think so. That's more
I feel like we all
appropriate.
have that one person we miss.
But it was sung wonderfully.
At a certain moment
wonderful
during while you were playing song, I thought that when your guitar was upbeat, I thought that you were internally very happy that she's gone. Is that so?
Seri is gone, huh?
Oh yes, Syed is gone.
Okay, Mr. Aniq Zafar, well, now do you think our celebrations, that very sense of togetherness on this very Eid has evolved over time with more and more urbanization we have seen? There used to be a concept of joint families, more cousins, more jubilations, more of games, more of exchange of gifts. Do you think this one is happening even as we speak during current days?
Well, again, I think it's everyone's own experience of evolving and the way you have moved in your life. So for me, obviously, you are very right here. That if I go back to my childhood or my youth, at least, I remember that we used to get together at my grandparents' house in our village, and there would be dozens of cousins and aunts and uncles, and it will be a whole festive atmosphere throughout the night, and the next day you won't be sleeping till 3, 4 in the morning.
But that doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't.
I mean, again, I wouldn't say that it is not happening. It may be happening at some families if they are at that stage. But yes, urbanization has played a major role, because people have moved away from joint families. People have moved away to cities that are far away from each other.
Right.
Now,
So did it ever happen when there are so many people together? Did it ever happen during your childhood or during your youth that there could be an instance of a fight that might have broken out between the cousins on something?
I tell you, I remember even my elders used to fight over politics. So,
What
perhaps
about
we
the
haven't
youngsters?
evolved in that sense. So no, I don't think any major fight over some cricket, playing some cricket, some runs or wickets maybe.
Any sort of a
Yeah.
fight over somebody has got more Eidi and I have got some lesser
Oh,
on that thing?
Or who is the favorite
I'm too
child
old
of
to
the family?
recall such Eidi tips, I think.
Right. And was there some favorite child of
I
grandparents that used to get more Eidi and they used to call him or her up?
I always believed that I was the favorite one. So
That's what every child
I did not
believes,
have any
because I
jealousy
used
with
to.
anyone else. So
So, Ms. Sara, how do you think the things have evolved over time? The celebrations on Eid Day in particular, that very concept of joint family gatherings, togetherness, loads of cousins together, playing lots of games together. Do you see, although you already mentioned that we are trying to inculcate those traditions and those values among the youngsters even now, but is it that very same Eid that used to happen in the past?
I believe it is. I believe it is. It's how you look at it, because things are highly relative. For instance, if families have moved abroad, as I was saying, according to his song, that yes, then the families are missing the ones who are not close by, and vice versa. But being in the same city, and the way things are currently, it's not easy to commute from one city to another as well. With the fuel hikes, I should say now people need to reconsider. But anyways, I think nevertheless, the spirit is there, and I see still around families meeting up, friends meeting up. They have plans, and then the youngsters usually now have started moving into, I should say, in the friend circle this way, like friends like family, and family like friends,
Of course,
like
it is
that.
evolved.
So,
But you are running a family business as well. You are an entrepreneur yourself. So how do you see, is it different or difficult for the working woman like yourself?
It is challenging at times, but luckily the business that I've been running for the last 2 decades and more than that, it is like it goes till the wee hours of the Eid day. It's a hair salon for men, and I still fail to understand why they leave it to the last moment, but it's the last week that everybody is rushing to get these things done. But fortunately, at least the first two and 3
Hair
days
salon
for
for men, that's very interesting. So what are the latest hairstyles and
Men are
trends?
very particular
Yeah.
regarding the
They've,
Chandra in
yes,
particular.
it's
Yeah.
just a myth that women are more particular. Men
No,
are
but men are
equally
more
Especially getting that
particular.
very
Sorry?
haircut
Yeah.
on that very
Yeah.
Chandra.
Even
They
Jawad
have to
was
wait
very
even
particular
till
about his
and they
hairstyle
late in
before
the
starting
morning.
the show.
and they need to be. It's about grooming
I didn't
and
get what you just
self
said.
well-being and self-awareness for all age groups.
Of
So I
course.
think it's a
So
good
what are
thing.
some latest hair trends for men? Because Jawad is very particular about his hairstyle.
I-
He
I was
was
just
he-
thinking,
he
I-
was-
Whichever
he
they are
was telling the
comfortable
makeup
with.
artist, I want some
I was
funky
just thinking,
hairstyle.
Mr. Aniq knows that I host a hardcore political show, current affairs show. For that, we have to have a very serious look. I mean, very sober sort
Formal
of style.
look.
So I was thinking, for today, there must be a little bit of change. Why not try a
Of course.
funky hairstyle?
That's why we are asking
Or
Miss
that
Sarah
is what
for
my
the
makeup artist.
This is
thought
exactly I was wondering for
fitting
you
me the
both.
best.
To run such serious programs and then, mashallah, to carry out this show must be challenging.
Thank you very much for those kind and lovely words. Sheece, who's your favorite Pakistani vocalist?
I think Mehdi Malouf.
Who's that? I mean, I have heard for this name for the
You
first
might
time.
have seen him on Coke Studio.
Okay.
He sang Dil Khirki. It's a wonderful song. The thing about his voice is I haven't heard something like that anywhere. It's very engaging. When you listen to him the first time, it's always you're caught off guard, and his lyrics are just amazing. So I think I'm drawn to his type of songs and his type of voice.
Okay.
So how has social media influenced, celebrations or events or festivals like Eid for youngsters like yourself?
Social media, I think
Like, is there, competition going on? Who is going to have the best kurta on or the best
I think the
hairstyle?
competition must be related to his work. I mean, who is going to
Yeah,
sing
about
best, who is going to play an instrument best. What I perceive is that social media has given that very platform, that very opportunity to the youngsters who can express themselves. They can play their music, they can record videos, they can share with the public. And if it has got something really good, touching, it will definitely get viral and it will get more hits.
I think it's very important to stay consistent. There are a lot of talented people who put out things on social media, like my friends, the competition, but they're not. It starts being a hassle when you have to be so consistent to beat the algorithm. That you have to post daily in order to generate views, and it gets as a content creator and as a creative artist, you kind of get what's that word? Burnt out.
Of course.
And as you said, there's this competition where you have to be there first, where you have to make that first impression. And when you have everyone competing for that same spot and you have these burnouts, then it gets very difficult.
So what do you do?
Please go ahead. Mariam,
So
go
what
ahead.
do you do to relax when, of course, you mentioned that there is a lot of competition, and what do you do to
avoid those burnouts?
Yeah, and to be sane and to have the peace of mind and to just relax.
It's very ironic, but I keep playing and I post sometimes just to catch a breath. When things that you like, things that make you happy, songs that make you happy, songs that you like playing, rather than just for that platform engagement.
That was, by the way, a very interesting and a very strange thing to try to understand what exactly a vocalist or the person who is playing an instrument does to get a relief from his work, because
It's
music
more work. It's more work.
I mean, any normal person will definitely go for listening music to relax, right? So what does an artist who is playing music needs to do to relax, to get away from his work? That's very strange, and I mean, it's a paradoxical thing, isn't it? So?
It is.
That's what he mentioned, that it's ironic that he plays more music.
I think a lot of artists, when they try to relax and they try to listen to songs, not play, then they keep thinking that what was going on in this artist's mind? Why did he write this lyric? Why did he use this chord? Why did he make this? And then you start working again, because your mind is warped into that work.
Okay, you are very young. You're 22 years old. Who's your favorite artist from the previous generations of Pakistani singers and composers even? And where do you actually get your inspiration from for your creative work?
I think a really good artist would be Junaid Jamshed, Vital Signs. There's a lot of, I'm very influenced by pop. I like to play, upbeat songs. Might not be so happy.
Right. So are you a solo singer or do you play with some band?
I have a band. It's we recently performed on Taste Fest. We performed twice actually.
Interesting.
In F9 Islamabad.
Right.
It's called Sheece Jam House, and it was just a bunch of us from Nust who were we had an opportunity and we clicked, and then we started working.
Wonderful. Okay, so before we head into more discussion and more questioning and answering, we'd love you to play some one more song for this time around. Okay, so that should be a little upbeat. I think I would suggest the song that you were just rehearsing before the program started. Why not go for that?
All right, perfect.
Go ahead.
All right, it's I'm going to use my keyboard. This song we actually performed on Taste Fest, and our band made a sort of a funky jazz rendition. So I'll try to replicate that. Ijazat.
Please go ahead. We are all ears.
All right. देखा न था कभी हमने ये समा ऐसा नशा तेरे प्यार ने दिया सोचा न था खो गए सपनों में हम देखा न था कभी हमने ये समा ऐसा नशा तेरे प्यार ने दिया सोचा न था खो गए सपनों में हम दुनिया हमें अब जो कहे दुनिया के रस्मों को तोड़ तोड़ चले राहें हमें अब जो कहे राहों की बाहों को तोड़ तोड़ चले दुनिया हमें अब जो कहे दुनिया के रस्मों को तोड़ तोड़ चले राहें हमें अब जो कहे राहों की बाहों को तोड़ तोड़ चले देखा न था कभी हमने ये समा ऐसा नशा तेरे प्यार ने दिया सोचा न था खो गए सपनों में हम देखा न था कभी हमने ये समा ऐसा नशा तेरे प्यार ने दिया सोचा न था खो गए सपनों में हम जब से मिला मुझे प्यार तेरा चेहरा हंसी लगे पार पार तेरा हाँ तुझे दिल में छुपाएंगे करना पड़े ना इंतजार यार तेरा जब से मिला मुझे प्यार तेरा चेहरा हंसी लगे पार पार तेरा हाँ तुझे दिल में छुपाएंगे करना पड़ेगा इंतजार यार तेरा देखा न था कभी हमने ये समा ऐसा नशा तेरे प्यार ने दिया सोचा न था
One more stanza, please don't stop. Please go ahead. One more stanza, please go ahead. I love this song.
Very good.
देखा न था कभी हमने ये समा ऐसा शायद तेरे प्यार ने दिया सोचा न था. Would you sing the last line with me?
Please go ahead.
खो गए सपनों में हम खो गए सपनों में हम.
Very
Wonderful. Beautiful.
Beautiful, Ihsan.
Soulful.
Thank you so much.
It's really touched my heart. And what a wonderful fusion. What a really different concept, the way you've done it.
Yeah, thank you
Of
so
course, Alamgir, a legend. Nobody can match to that very stretcher.
much.
But the way you have done it, it's wonderfully sung, wonderfully executed. I'm short of words to express that what exactly I'm feeling. Perhaps I can relate to my memories of my youth.
He can relate to Alamgir right now.
Yeah. Although he
So-
used to be very young at that very time, but Alamgir left a very...
Alamgir was in fact the pioneer of pop singing in Pakistan. Actually, he was
Yeah.
one of the first popular pop singer in Pakistan.
So who's
he-
your favorite singer, Mr. Aniq?
Oh well, there are many, of course, depending on the mood and what are you trying to see. Recently, since the last month was more about qawwalis, obviously. So there was a lot of
Favorite Qawwal? Ustad?
Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan obviously is there. Then I got hooked to a very interesting fusion, a remix of Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali's Persian qawwali Naman Behuda Girdam. One Irani artist, Humayun Shajrian, has done a remix of it, and that's really very interesting. And so in the last 10-15 days, I think I have been listening to that 6-7 times a day. So it all depends on the mood. Obviously in our youth, Muhammad Ali Sheikhi and Alamgir were very popular. Then Nazi Hassan came in and she became very famous
Of course.
with her singing. Sad that she did not live long enough to entertain us with her melodious voice.
Oh, wonderful.
So-
Mr. Aniq, so during our lifetimes, especially in youth, we have always somehow have wanted to sing. I mean, some become professional singers. I mean, some just become singers for the occasions in the family gatherings or in the gatherings among friends. Do you love to sing also? Would you like to
no,
sing
no,
something
I am
for
not-
you?
I'm
Or
not-
just humble.
I'm not that confident of my singing abilities to actually sing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to Mirza. What's your favorite form of music?
It's quite diverse because right from an early age, I was appreciating the way he improvised the song, and that's how you make things classic and still contemporary when you merge with your own. So we were introduced to classic music. My father was very passionate about music. He used to play piano as well. So the first song that I remember from childhood was he used to play Insha Ji, Utho Ab Kuch Karo on the piano. And then from the Western music, Elvis Presley, Tom Jones, Bee Gees and Boney M and all that from the West. And of course, Mehdi Hassan, Noor Jahan and Ghulam Ali, Farida Khanum, and you name it. And there was, and right down till date, our living legend, Abda Parveen Saiba, then Rahat Fateh's extension of Nusrat Fateh, same
Of course.
Ustra Zara.
And Coke Studio is also, you know,
They
introduced
have done
these old
brilliantly
songs.
brilliantly well in their
to the
latest
youth.
season especially,
Yes.
because by introducing the visuals and a lot of creativity in it. So
Of course,
at
they've
our
introduced
generation we can
these legendary singers to the youth as well.
exactly, and we can relate to their music as well, because the good thing is what Coke Studio has done is to introduce this generation to those eras as well. So I think they've done a good job.
Right. Ms. Sarah, when we talk about Eid, of course, this is about sharing our happiness with others. So how do you think we can inculcate this, you know, passion within our younger generations?
First of all, it starts off with counting our blessings.
Of course.
We need to tell them that it's a blessing that we have a festivity to celebrate. And then what is the essence of it? During Ramzan as well, like Eid-ul-Fitr, we sacrifice on a lot as well. Like for Eid-ul-Azha, there's a different kind of sacrifice. So for Eid-ul-Fitr, when we fast and not having food, and then sharing it with others.
The concept of fitrana as well, when we share
Fitrana
charity
as well,
with others,
yes,
of course,
and,
that is.
God
This
forbid
is,
the ones who can't.
The concept, the spirit behind Eid-ul-Fitr and that very entire month of Ramadan is quite wholesome. It doesn't only touch upon only one single element or a factor.
Of course.
It is
Doesn't,
quite
and
a wholesome concept
then
from having that very control over
Exactly.
yourselves, even not going for the halal things within
Of course.
a specified time period, and then having that very control over your
And
desires also.
The entire feeling of spirituality this way, that you reconnect, and to start off with the emphasis on we should be doing it the year through, and I believe many still do, but moreover so in this month, the Holy Quran, when we get connected with that as well, so we get a lot many reminders from there as
Of
well,
course.
and especially the basic one of Salat and Zakat as it is. So along with spirituality, the humanitarian thing as well, and I think Islam,
What about
or
bringing
as
in
Muslims,
discipline to oneself, bringing
Sorry?
discipline, patience
yes,
within?
yes, that's also one sect of it. So it's like it goes 360 degrees. So there's a lot to it. Other than celebration, what we celebrate is that have we been able to achieve all that? I think that's the essence of celebration. That we should gauge it, that how far we have come, and how far we can go through it till the next Eid.
Of course.
Yes.
But this passion should be throughout the year, I
It
think.
should be.
This is
It
a
should be.
training month for us, for training our souls,
So
our,
true.
of
And
course,
giving
for
us this
spirituality.
reassurance that if we can do it for a month,
Of course,
like good
we can
30 days, then
continue
probably
for the
yes,
whole year. Of
Exactly, exactly.
Course. Of course.
Sheece, when we talk about the holy month of Ramadan, the very one other aspect that we get to learn from this rehearsal during this entire month is that keeping that very balance, even when it comes to our diet, when it comes to other things that we carry out in our lives, in our routine. So when we talk particularly about music also, it's also about that very balance. Then you can have one of the best of your compositions, I guess, what I perceive out of it. How do you correlate? Does your work become easier during the month of Holy Ramadan by inculcating that very sense of balance within yourself? Does it enhance your creativity and other things and to
Creative
ponder
faculties, of
yes.
course.
It's a very interesting question. But as you said, Ramadan is about balance and trying to figure out the best way to get that spiritualness, as well as focus on your life, focus on your work. As a musician, in Ramadan you have a great opportunity to take a break. And as you said, that this entire competition aspect of music, you get to take a break from that. And you get to focus on parts of yourself and
You get time to reflect.
yes, and
course.
You connect with your soul, basically.
Of
That's
course.
the entire
and I
purpose
think
of it.
when you do that, when you take that time and reflect on yourself, then when you come out of Ramadan, you are a changed person. You have a new perspective. Maybe it's not that new, but it's still something, and you're a changed person. And when you put that into your work, when you write new lyrics about yourself, about your life, it's very different, and you feel very proud because you got the opportunity to reflect upon yourself.
So what I understand from this is that the holy month of Ramadan, in many ways, actually bring in the rhythm in one's personality, and that very time that you get to think over a lot of things, a lot of aspects of your life, about your personality and what you are undertaking.
Realizations, probably.
It sets all those things into a certain rhythm. And then after you are done with this particular exercise of attaining that very rhythm and having that one right into your soul, so you become a better person after
Of course.
after that
Of course.
Ramadan,
So
and
how
then
do
you
you-
become a better artist as well.
Of course.
Naturally.
So how do you celebrate Eid, Sheece? Do you celebrate it with your family or with your friends? What do you usually do? What are your Eid traditions?
Eid tradition is usually with family, friends we meet during the holidays because they're also very busy with their families.
Right.
And
Sheece is still waiting for his Eid.
I wish. I hope they're listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, it starts off in the morning, namaz, after prayer. You sit down with everyone. Everyone's sleep deprived. they're that change of pace. Then we have Chanipuri. We sit down, we talk, we contemplate.
What's so special about Chanipuri?
Chanipuri, I don't know. It's just.
I'm the one in my household who's got the responsibility to make those puris.
Really?
Yeah.
My
I'm
house,
really good
my
at that.
I
household
think
makes
it's having a proper breakfast after good
Yeah.
1 month.
I think it makes
I'd be okay.
my household makes the best puris, and then when you pair it up with chai, I think it's just.
Do you dip that puri into chai
No,
also?
no, no,
Okay,
no,
so let's go back to music.
All right.
What else you've got for us today?
Okay, I have a few more. I'm going to play you an instrumental.
Okay.
That's fine.
But we
Wonderful.
want you to sing also. I mean, one instrumental and one
All right,
song.
perfect. I'll save that
Back
one
to
for
back.
okay. All
Okay.
right.
Both of them should be upbeat. Shouldn't they be?
All right. So this instrumental that I'm going to play is it's called the blues scale, and it starts off with these notes. Right. They keep
Nice.
repeating.
Nice.
So. I was kind of messed up in between. All right. You mentioned Elvis, and I'm going to play a song that he sang. It's happy. Okay. Set it up. Okay. Wise men say with
Falling in love, that gives such a good feeling. Everybody wants to fall in love, and we should spread love all over the place. One more song. Do you like Punjabi Bhangra? Anything from Pakistani singers? Or do you have any composition of your own? Any song that you've written for yourself that you've already played? Of course.
Something
Which-
upbeat.
something upbeat. Okay,
But naturally, he has already understood that. That was very slow, by the way.
I feel
But
like
it was
I'm.
But
beautifully sung.
Yeah,
Beautifully
of course,
played as well.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a question. Have you, of course, have you ever tried playing on a classic piano? Because I think you are so talented that is,
I have tried.
you should more
and,
often, I think.
Pakistan has got such
Ah.
a pool of talent. I
Of
mean,
course.
It's very different from.
Must
this.
be, but I think I was watching you the way your fingers were going over the
he's so
keyboard.
much engrossed
So,
in what he's
you should
doing
try
at that,
that
very
as well.
moment.
I'm just trying not to
Forgets
mess up.
everything what is going on all around, and that is what we should all be undertaking, whatever we are doing in our lives, whether it be music, whether it be education, whether it be show hosting, also a number of things, anything that you
With
might like to say. So anything from Pakistan or Pakistani singer, if you
I-
are into Punjabi Bhangra,
Oh, Punjabi Bhangra.
anything from Abrarul Haq or anybody else?
Of course.
That would be I know one song of strings which I really like, and I
Of
can
course.
play that for you. It's I have to think
But
if
that
it's.
Alamgir, that thing that you just played previously, that was awesome.
Thank you so much. I'll try to replicate that. Try to be a bit more faster. All right. Okay. मिल गया वो जो चुरा के मेरी आंखों से निंदियां ले गया था ढलते दिल में जो कुछ था वो ही होंठों पे आ गया चाहता है वो भी मुझको बादल बताने लगा कर मेरा इंतजार मेरा बिछड़ा यार मेरा बिछड़ा यार कर मेरा इंतजार मेरा बिछड़ा यार मेरा बिछड़ा यार कर मेरा इंतजार मेरा बिछड़ा यार मेरा बिछड़ा यार Thank you so much.
He brought in the Bichra Yaar again.
There's some background to it. Now
we have to
Sheece is
interview
so
him
good
offline
at
now.
what he is
We have to
doing.
interview him offline now.
Yeah.
I hope you're watching.
After the show.
Yeah, after the show.
Thank you so much.
Wonderfully done.
And
It
you're
was-
so talented at such a young age, and we
And
wish
you're
you all the
ways
best.
ahead,
Of
We wish you
course.
ways
luck.
to go.
Thank you so
Ways
much.
to go.
all
Best
the
wishes
best.
for
And
All the
best
best.
wishes for you. We're really honored that you took time out to join us for this very special occasion here at PTV World. We wish you all the very best for your future endeavors, whatever you aspire to become, and have that very name and that very identity, and be at the top of your game, because
Inshallah.
the top is always vacant, and you have to really put in a lot of hard work. And this work, the way you've done it, I've just noticed the way you are engrossed into it. I think you will definitely achieve big milestones in your
Inshallah.
life. Thank you
so
very much for joining in, Mirza, Sheece, Temuri, singer. Of course, you are a wonderful pianist and a wonderful guitarist also. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Aniq Zafar. Usually you happen to be with us on the political shows talking about the current affairs today. Thank you very much for being with us on this
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure
Eid
to be
show.
here.
It was an honor, and we also wish you the very best for the rest of the Eid days and the days ahead to come.
Of course, and thank you very much, Ms. Sarah Syed, for joining us in today's program. And a very happy Eid Mubarak to you
all.
as well. Eid is all about sharing the happiness with others, and of course, we know that in our current economic situation, there are a lot of people who are not able to celebrate Eid, and we have to remember those people as well in our happiness. A very happy Eid Mubarak to you all.
And especially when you talk about taking care of all those people, we saw that, of course, the celebrations are ongoing, togetherness, that very spirit of celebrations, a lot of sweets coming in, a lot of exchange of gifts happening, cousins giving others the gifts, also the youngsters getting Eidis, and there is a pride among the elders when they are distributing that very cash in form of Eid to the youngsters. But at the very same time, we have to just keep in that our minds that there are many segments in the society who are facing many difficulties, and we should not also forget those people who have been badly devastated because of the floods back in summer 2022. They are still bearing that very brunt of it. Why not also separate some cash in form of that very Eid for those people also, so so that they can also feel that very happiness on this occasion of Eid. Hopefully you enjoyed this very special show of Eid-ul-Fitr on PTV World. We had really some wonderful guests in both the segments, and do write to us about what you felt about this particular show. Also, you can also give your feedback on our social media handles also.
And a very happy Eid Mubarak to all the viewers of PTV World across the globe.
Once again, very, very happy Eid and Eid Mubarak.